Infamous foe. North Hogwarts. Forbidden Forest. Jackdaw's Tomb. North Hogwarts region. Jackdaw's Tomb. Circle button.
Intriguing place, Sanbakar's tower. Lovely view, I'd imagine.
Over here.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our arrival.
Feels like I've been at this.
Quickly now.
Reaching an enemy undetected allows you to
Well done.
Revelio.
Somebody there? Hello?
Wait a moment.
You will regret it. I'll get you. Explosive! No! I will make you pay. No! Expelliarmus! Cut you from shoes to chapeau!
Incendio!
Fools of a coward! Someone thinks they can outlast me! Lucky, that's all!
Revelio.
search the tower and the surrounding area. Look for anything to do with the names. What you find here could be the key to Goblinkind finally taking its rightful place in the world.
I will draw blood. I'll snap that wand. And you...
Visit the collections menu to learn about enemy abilities and weaknesses.
I won't rest.
Many goblins have always been antagonistic towards wizard kind, but this is different somehow. Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked. An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Welcome to Sambakar's Tower.
Hello, Professor. Did you say Sambakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter, though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Command it to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber. A reservoir of ancient magic, downstairs, near the entry. I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section. That must have done something.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
More traces of ancient magic. Something must be different.
Revelio.
These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time.
Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus, Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus, Incendio! Confringo!
These look familiar.
Accio! Revelio. Accio.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Accio.
More statues.
Protect. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo.
Not making this easy on me.
Accio.
Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides.
Accio!
What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different.
Accio!
I'll never get used to these floors.
Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Grenado! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Accio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Accio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Accio!
attached on each side of this archway. Things are definitely different on either side of the archway. But how?
Accio!
What if I stood on one platform and used Accio on the other? That ought to work.
Accio!
Visit the collections menu to learn about enemy abilities and weaknesses.
Incendio! Frigo! Incendio! Protego! Expelliarmus! Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Protego. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Protego. Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Levioso. Ah.
What a relief. Another pensive.
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take. Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you'd accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Another memory.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
More crystallized stone. That must be the way back to...
Hopfloof world map.
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir. And this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood.
I've seen you before. Have I seen...
You look familiar, sir.
I imagine you saw me in the first pensive you accessed, in Gringotts. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of San Bakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
that there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last Pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next Pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ramrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Sirona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out. Of course, don't forget...
My studies. Yes, sir.
Before you go...
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.
Map, Flue Flame's location, quests. Or. Cache in the castle, crossed wands, round 3. Spell combination, crossed wands, map. Flue Flame's locations. Hogwarts, the south wing, clock.
I should ask Sirona.
About a pressing and highly confidential matter at your earliest.
Hello, Lucan. Hello.
That we may be able to...
Hello, Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
Yes.
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Please see me after class once you have completed the tasks I've set for you.
Accio! Incendio! Leviosa!
The ground.
Accio! Incendio!
Good one!
Accio! Incendio! Leviosa! Accio!
That was something.
Incendio! Leviosa!
Keep trying.
Accio! Incendio! Leviosa!
Next time, perhaps.
Accio! Incendio! Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
Couldn't have done it without you.
Thanks, Lucan. You've been a great help.
Oh, stop. Don't make me blush. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again. Plus, you'll be even more formidable in crossed wands. Other duelists had better beware.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of cross wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
Absolutely.
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
Not say a nay, sip no.
I'll go it alone.
Then let's get started.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
Break through red shields with damage spells like the
Confringo.
Accio. Protego. Leviosa.
Don't shy away now.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
I'm the one.
Incendio.
Act like a winner.
Protego.
You're better than that.
Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo.
Give him one more.
Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo.
There goes my way.
Protego.
That's all you've got?
Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Protego. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio.
I think I just felt the
Stupid one. Protego. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio. Incendio.
Some big hits that round.
What a victory! You've won the tournament!
It's an honor.
I'm just pleased to have done as well as I did.
And we're pleased to have such a gracious champion. Now, to the victor goes the prize! And so it is my great honour to present you with this simple yet elegant token of supreme dueling accomplishment.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You earned it. You are a duelist to be reckoned with. Now that we've... Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
Map, Flu Flames locations, quests. All. Improve your magic. Professor the Helm of Urquhart. I need to progress in my study. The Caretaker's Lunar Beasts class. The Helm of Urquhart. Professor Sharp's assignment 1. Professor Sharp wants me to tracking unavailable. Tracking is currently unavailable. Level 12. Map, Flue Flames locations. Hogwarts. Collection chests. 1 out of 3. Beasts, triangle button. Beasts Club, Beasts X, the bell tower wing. Collection check fly.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Oh! Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush.
The beast petting brush is used to nurture magical beasts. Tap right button and then assign the beast petting brush to your spell set. Lumos. Essential, beast petting brush.
That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry.
Beast feed is used to feed and nurture magical beasts. Tap right Lumos. Essential, beast feed. Utility. Food to feed beasts. Try R2 button. Hold to assign. Conjuring spell. Essential. Alt R2 conjuring R2 button. Beast feed R2.
What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald. The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
I enjoyed it.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley, be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many
Hey, over here. Come on.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
Sounds intriguing.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
She was brilliant.
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That sounds suspicious.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it.
Would be good to investigate.
I think that's a fine idea.
And the more I know...
You seem...
Oh, very well. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon.
Map. Flu Flames locations. Hogwarts. Quests. The Madam Cop Professor Cross button. Level. Collections. Talents. Chat set. Owl post. Quests. Map. Flu Flames locations. Hogsmeade. Collection. A demanding delivery. Parry Pippin of J. Pippin's potions in Hogsmeade. Sent me an owl regarding a Hogs Spintwitches Ollivanders. A demanding delivery. J. Pippin's potions. Cross button. Remove waypoint. South.
We have everything a young student might need when it comes to potions.
Bye.
Have a good look around. What can I do for you today?
J. Pippin's potions. Force Leech Juice. Focus Potion. Thunder Brew. Idurus Potion. Invisibility. Wiggenwild. Maxima Potion. Maxima Potion.
Wise decision.
Increase.
Thank you.
1. Idurus Potion. 1. Maxima Potion. 1. Idurus Potion. 1. Bye.
What can I do for you today?
J. Pippin's potions. Mud Thunderbrew. Focus Potion. Reduces the drinker's sell items. Gold Drag Cobalt Adventure Periwinkle Fringed Crimson Clockworks Cut Solar Protection Spectacles. Periwinkle Tail Coat. Gold Dragonite Spectacles. Wellaput Cobalt Red Flag Garb. Solar Troll Bogies Idurus Thunderbrew Focus Potion. Troll Boat Mongrel Thunderbrew Focus Potion. Focus Potion.
Thank you.
Venomous 1. Focus Potion.
Excellent. Expelliarmus, Accio, Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus, Accio, Confringo.
Map, Hogsmeade. Collection, Ollivanders. Abra, Flu Flames locations, Professor Sharp's, the library annex, Central Hall, Potion.
Staff is so intimidating.
How are your assignments coming along?
I completed your assignments, Professor.
Good. You should be ready to learn Depulso. Let's see what you can do. Concentrate. Do not let your mind wander. You've got it now. If you'd like to practice, and I think you should, perhaps best not to go flinging your classmates about the halls. I suggest having a...
Lumos. Utility.
Books here.
Potion Station. Edurus Potion. A potion... The Banishing Charm, Depulso, is a force spell that pushes enemies and objects away from the caster.
Depulso! Well done. I'm glad to see that you seem staunchly determined to master your craft.
Lumos.
Robes and potions once. You'd think I'd...
Map. Flue Flames locations. Hogsmeade map. Quests. The Helm crossbutton. The Helm of Urquhart map. Flue Flames locations. Hogwarts. South Hogwarts grounds. Flue Flames location. Hogsmeade. Collection. Zonko's Joke Shop. The Helm of Urquhart. South
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased.
Map. Hogsmeade. Challenges. Explorate talents. Dark Core. Dark Arts. Core. Stealth. Stealth. Sense of Secrecy 2. Petrificus Totalis Mastery. Dark Arts. Spells. Spells. Purchase talents with talent. Diffindo Mastery. Dark Art. Core. Stealth. Room of Stealth. Core. Dark Arts. Dark Arts. Blood Curse. Dealing Stunning Curse. Disarming Curse. Expelliarmus. Slowing Curse. Arrestome. Dark Arts. Core. Core. Purchase talents with Swift. Holding down dodge allows you to vanish quickly and reappear nearby. Protego Absorption. Successful Ancient Magic Throw Expertise. Ancient Magic Throw catches and throws disarmed enemy. Wiggenweld Potency I. Wiggenweld heals you to a greater effect. Basic Cast Mastery. Basic Dark Arts. Dark Arts. Blood Curse. Dealing damage to a cursed target. Inflicts damage to all cursed targets. Stunning Curse. Stupefy has the same effect as a curse on enemies. Disarming Curse. Stunning Curse. Stupefy level.
Hello there. Nice to see you.
Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Serona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
I'm glad to hear it.
It seems as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now?
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about...
In that case,
I assume your interest is to do with the rumours I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head. He's a trusted metal trader. You should mention that we spoke. He can That said, if you're looking for information on...
Thank you.
Thank you, Sirona.
If you find Lord... I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please, watch your back.
Hello, Lord Cock. Sirona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Sirona trusts me.
Sirona trusts me, and she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Sirona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
I'll retrieve the relic.
Very well. I'll retrieve the relic if you promise to share Ranrock's plans with me.
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
Map, Hogsmeade. Collection chests, the Highlands. Enemy level 1 to 20, the Highlands. Hogs, the Helm of Urquhart.
Welcome to the Hog's Head.
The tales of Beetle the Bard still ring true today.
Accio!
You have entered an area that allows flight. Press L1 button, then tap circle button to equip the broom on your tool wheel.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Urquhart. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind see things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today. Ah, and there it is, the witch's tomb.
Dreadful looking place, isn't it?
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
I'm ready. What do you know? Why is...
What about this helmet makes it so special?
The helmet of Urtkot is an ancient and storied relic, forged during a time of unity among the goblin clans. It inspired greatness, that is, until it was no longer ours. Then it became something else. A symbol of what has been lost, of all that wizard kind has taken from us. Reclaiming it would mean a great deal to goblin kind, and to Ranrock. He would be grateful to me should I return it.
I'm ready. Why do you...
It seems Ranrock and Rookwood are conspiring. Why would that be?
I had heard this. When the dark-hearted conspire, they seldom make their full intentions clear to one another. I can only speculate, but I imagine their alliance is uneasy and quite fragile. Let us hope that ours is less so.
I'm ready. What might I...
Don't suppose you have any idea what could be waiting for me inside the tomb?
Considering a Dark Witch was involved, I suppose there's a chance you may encounter the Dark Protectors, known as Inferi. The foul creatures thrive on darkness and the cold. Vanquish them with light, force, and, most effectively, fire.
I'm ready.
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will remain here, eagerly awaiting your return. Please.
It's sealed. Moths. Curious. Lumos! Merlin's beard.
Complete the tasks I've given you, and then meet me in my classroom to learn Defindo, the severing charm. It's typically used to cut an object, but can be a powerful
Accio. Lumos. I have a feeling I'm not alone here.
Inferi must be...
Confringo! Dago! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo!
Lumos. Accio. Depulso. Lumos. Revelio.
Down I go. No other way.
Depulso. Oh!
Press L3 button to swim faster.
Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Protego. Depulso. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Protego. Incendio. Confringo. Stupefy. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Expelliarmus. Protego. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Lumos. Depulso. Lumos. Depulso. Lumos.
This looks even more complex. Lumos. Lumos. Accio. Depulso. Making this spin ought to raise that platform. That must be it. Lumos. Lumos. Depulso. Depulso. Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Accio. Depulso. Revelio. Lumos. The witch's final resting place. Lodgok said the helmet was in... I'd better show this to Lodgok. I know there's a mechanism to open this door. Lord Gok, the sarcophagus had been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn! They got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
Very well.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock. To think those wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
You will pay for that.
Revelio.
To regret that.
There they are. The Ashwinders.
You've made a grave mistake.
I'll have taken you.
You'll regret crossing my path.
Expulsion! Expulsion! Back for more! Expulsion!
Stupid one.
Death from above! Expulsion! Trying to make me an admirer of your talents, are we? Expulsion! Avoiding our problems.
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Flash! Expulsion!
Incendio!
Useless! That's all you are! Now, you'll have to fight yourself!
Want to look up?
Expulsion! Expulsion! Expulsion!
I've not seen the likes of this. Who are you? What are your thoughts on electricity?
Expelliarmus!
That's mine!
That all you got?
Quite conductive, aren't we? I quit now while you're still alive. Expulso! You want to play like that, do you? Try dodging this lot.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Revelio. That's it.
This is for Rookwood!
Try not to make this too easy for me.
Visit the collections menu to learn about enemy abilities and weaknesses.
Come on, too afraid to fight back?
Barely a scratch!
Don't think you're going to get out of this alive.
Confringo!
Incendio!
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
I know your kind. You weaken quickly. You will pay for your deeds. You're going to regret that.
Accio!
Potato! Novice slut!
Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Potato!
You can't hold that forever.
Incendio!
You made a great mistake.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! My wand! There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there. I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done. This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile. Remarkable.
It is stunning.
It looks stunning, Lodgok. I see why you wanted it back.
You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
Ah, then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately. It may distract him from his search.
His search?
It is merely an inkling. You have impressed me greatly, friend. I am glad that I trusted you. We shall speak soon. Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now. Many will not believe that our aims...
Lodgok, what should we do about the helmet thieves?
I'm afraid there's no choice but to stop them. Go to their camp and deal with them at once. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock.
Map. South, North Hogwarts region. Flue Flames locations. Hogwarts. Collection chests. 1 out of South Hogwarts region. Enemy level. Map. Hogwarts. North Hogwarts. South Hogwarts region. Madame Cogger's assignment 1. Carted up South The Lost Astrolabe. Hogwarts Valley. Cambridge. South the Highlands. Felt the Highland. The Hogwarts. Carted away. A goblin outside Lower Hogsfields. North Hogs. The Collector's Cave. Hogsmeade Valley. Flue Flames locations. Hogwarts. Collection chests. The Great Hall. The Great Hall. Viaduct Courtyard, descending for suites. It appears that Gareth Weasley, the Great Hall. Exit, the Astronomy Wing. The Astronomy Wing. The Astronomy Wing, secret rooms. The Room of Requirement, the Astronomy Wing, cache in the castle. Ice, gobs of gobstones. Zenobia Noak is fretting over her venomous valor. Duncan Hobhouse seems to Transfiguration Court, the Daedalian Keys. Venomous valor. The Daedalian Keys. Nellie Ogspire, the Astronomy Wing. The library annex, like a moth to a frame. Flying off the shelves, like a moth, like a cross button. Sent.
Hello, Lenora. What are you looking at?
Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Perhaps I'll have a look.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
But we're lucky we get to use one. I thought your mother was nice.
She is, but it's my baby sister. Caused all this fuss. I hate sisters. Sorry.
Have you ever tried to ride a horse?
No.
Why would your mother send
Revelio.
Seems rather extreme.
Exactly. My little sister. She likes to play with earthworms. No, of course so last time I was home, I can admire them for riding horses, can't I?
Revelio.
I bet she got really. When my mother was here, it was a different...
Someone's bound to solve the riddle of the empty painting.
Hello, Lenora. Could you remind me what's so special about that empty painting?
It's not necessarily special, as far as I can tell. It's some sort of puzzle that I'm trying to work out. Have a look if you're of a mind. Perhaps you can spot a clue that I've missed. Someone's bound to solve the riddle.
My brother just started a Hogwarts.
I really have made a mess of things.
Incendio. Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That's amazing.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
If I have time. Why did
Amit tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
If I have time.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books.
Accio!
Got it. Only 4 more to go.
Revelio. Accio.
Today was a good day. That is, until Gareth splashed whatever ridiculous concoction he was creating all over my perfectly stewed lacewing flies. Had to empty my entire cauldron and start all over again. He is such a menace. Thinks he knows everything there is to know about potions. Always disrupting Professor Sharp's class with his experiments. I'm utterly convinced that if he wasn't Professor Weasley's nephew, he would have been expelled by now. Are both Smokies again tonight for dinner? I'm becoming more partial to them now. Although, I still prefer meat pie.
Revelio. Revelio.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Revelio.
Never seen devil's snare in the wild. I'm happy to read about it.
Revelio. Revelio.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see that?
Revelio.
Map. Flu Flames location. Challenges. Explorate talents. Duck core inventory. Beast. Quest items. Pen. Jackdaw. Cressid 3. Crest. Ancient. Jackdaw. 3. Ancient pages. 3. Cressida's diary. Goblin note. Fwooper feather. The 7 to 4. 4. Sept to 59 20 12 59. Moonstone. An ingredient commonly used for gear. Level. Faceware. Faceware. Gold rimmed circular spectacles. Gold wooden solar protections. Level 14.
Revelio. Revelio.
The old
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida. Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you go. Perhaps.
Unless you want your classmates to know how you really feel about them, you might reward me for my time.
Oh, you're not at all who I thought you to be.
I'm only joking. Perhaps.
And you're not who I thought you to be. Based upon your diary, you seem terribly judgmental.
Fine. I shall pay you. But you cannot begin to imagine what I shall be writing about you next. Should never have trusted them.
If I had to
Map. Floof, the astronomy, the Great Hall, the Great Hall. Collect murky depths, Hufflepuff Common, the Great Hall, the caretaker triangle button, the Great Hall, Viaduct Courtyard. Great Boathouse. The boathouse outside of Hogwarts Castle. Cross button. Set waypoint, the Great Hall. Collect exit. The Grand Staircase, Grand.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologise if I seemed a bit, unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not! And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Ooh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
On a Duke's Passage.
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues...
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be happy to help. What's it?
Why would I do this? Seems all risk and no reward.
Oh, rest assured, there's very little risk, and there is, in fact, a reward. I will teach you a particularly useful spell. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Ah, tosh! I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Approach and interact with a lock to cast the unlocking charm Alahomora. Lumo. Approach and interact with a lock to cast the unlock left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back. Use left stick and right stick to move the sparks, and rotate the dials until both corresponding gears are activated to release the lock.
done! You're in! Remember, use a disillusionment charm, so...
Revelio.
This is a restricted area of the castle, after all.
Casting Revelio reveals authority. Reminder to staff the Hogwarts. Use L2 button and R2 button to lure unsuspecting enemies.
Revelio.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity or sell excess gear at vendors.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between aconite and asphodel.
Yes, well, it's still early. Perhaps they'll improve.
You say that every year, Matilda.
Revelio. This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Left stick. Move green spark. Right stick. Move red spark. Circle button. Back.
Revelio.
They're saying that Ranrock's loyalists are preparing for a rebellion. Perhaps Ranrock and his lot wouldn't be so combative if the Ministry would allow them to have wands.
One of those goblins comes near me, I'll hand him his hat. Or hell, myself. I'm afraid of a goblin rebellion. My marks in Professor Hecat's class are superb.
I don't think that's what that class is for.
Revelio.
There are no students in the hospital wing on account of my venomous tentacula.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose Professor Black knows best, but the students are terribly disappointed about critics being cancelled.
I had planned to get a few glasses on Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff? Just Ravenclaw?
I know when I see a winning bet. And Ravenclaw would not have been that. Not this year, anyway.
I'm part of
Revelio.
Encompasses the whole of a human being.
Revelio. Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
I'd be glad to help.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance.
I'll keep looking.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Map, Flue Flames locations. Hogwarts. Wait.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way...
Map, Flue Flames locations. Hogwarts. Exit, the elf, the knapsack, and the loom. The elf, the knapsack, and the loom. Quests. In the shadow of the estate. The elf, the knapsack. Madam Cogger's assignment 1. Madam Main, assignments. Prophet relationship like a moth, a friend indeed. Sirona, cross, the man behind the moon, the tale of Roland, summoners, the tale of map. Flue Flames locations. Hogsmeade. Collect Zonko's joke shop. A joke and trick shop with a selection of pranking delights that include biting teak.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I spoke with him.
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
I could try and stop by. Why did you...
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I could try and stop by. Why
does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity What with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
I could try and...
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Get your daily profit! Can't imagine how much.
Sir.
Upper Hogsfield.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer.
Excuse me, did you say something hello, Miss...
in his disappearance.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle. What was
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. Gave the Horklumps to Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona. Better have a look around. See about the Horklumps and the box of letters. That's all the Horklumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Revelio.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Protego! Stupefy! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Protego! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
That was a close one.
Dear Sirona, I conjured this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't... Dear Sirona, when I arrived here, I had a troubling sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confess My dear Sirona, I've sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle for their hospitality, but felt the need.
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
Dear Sirona.
I should take a box of letters to Sirona. I think that's everything.
Sir. Butterbeer barrel.
Courage to go into the forest.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenwell potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
Happy to help. May I ask you about the...
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
Were you on the Quidditch team?
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
Happy to help. Mrs. Sprott is my...
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
Happy to help. Mrs. Sprottle and...
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
Happy to help.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Map, Hogsmeade. Collection chests, quests, Owl Post, Lenora Reveille. Cross button. Select, Nats, Parry Pippin, Luke and Brat. It's time to prove your dueling. Luke and Brat. Parry Pip. Good day to you. I require parry level 15.